rather than dealing with what
they're not even suggesting that the perception looks bad. They're refusing to even suggest that.
Well, I think, suggest or not, they know it looks bad, quite frankly. And we're just a week into this. It's a week ago tomorrow evening that he met over there at the White House grounds. This is all moving pretty quickly here, and we are going to find out. That's how these things work in Washington. We're almost certain to find out. And they can say who cleared him in. How it works at the White House, if you have a scheduled appointment, if you're the Intel chair or anyone else, you have to be in the system and cleared in by someone and escorted by someone. So they know who allowed him in. Now, it seems to me that he has damaged the credibility of himself, first and foremost. And he's not really a long Washington insider. He's been in Congress since 2003 or so, but he, certainly not done himself any favors here. So whoever is helping him behind the scenes, I don't think is doing a very good job of it.
You heard the Democratic leader, the minority leader in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, suggest very strongly to the Speaker that Nunes should no longer be the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. The Speaker is expressing strong support for Chairman Nunes. Where's this going?
Well, we'll see. I mean, John McCain obviously saying maybe there needs to be some Nunes. So
we should really separate out, Wolf, the point when Jeff was in the Capitol. So there's all feels somewhat vindicated. As someone who is head of U.S. election.
And the FBI is still getting into that.
Interfering with the U.S. election in 2016, it doesn't get much more serious than that.
You go ahead.
And the FBI is still looking into that. As we're watching all these shiny objects about who let him in, who briefed him, the FBI is still going headlong into this, as is the Senate as well. But I think it's interesting to remember the president himself in an interview on Fox. He said some new information will be coming out by the committees. So is this part of a big conspiracy, a big sort of plan to roll this out? Or is this happening sort of separately? We don't know the answer to that, but I still have that stuck in my mind. I believe that it was an interview done in Michigan when the president was out going to a Nashville later the evening. It'll be 2 weeks ago this week, saying some more information will be coming out. Is this what he's talking about? Is he not? We don't know, but certainly something to keep in mind.
He said it would be coming out. I remember that interview as well. And if, in fact, someone inside the White House in the Eisenhower old executive office building right next door to the West Wing, if that official worked in the White House, clearly that person did work in the White House, had this information, why did it have to be provided to the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee? Why not release it to other White House officials? They could make it public if they want.
It's the great question. That's what the White House counsel's office is for. That's what staff is for on both sides. I think the fact that it was that he went over there. But then the drama the next day, as David was saying earlier, there was no need for that. And Sean Spicer, remember in the moment, said, oh, we're just learning about this. And perhaps he was. We don't know if the president knew about this or the people in the West Wing knew about it, but someone knew about it in the White House National Security Office because that's where these skiffs are. So someone allowed him in.
But we do know in that Time magazine interview that when Devin Nunes came down to the White House to brief him and reveal the information to the White House, the president was right on that and made sure to note it to his Time magazine interviewer to make sure that that was part of what the story
and Nunes certainly wanted to make a public display of it, which is really odd. He could have briefed the president privately. He didn't have to go before the cameras to announce that he
Committee Devin Nunes. He's going to be joining me live here in the Situation Room. That's coming up